Hi guys, it's me Anne from Geeks of Green, and in today's video, we will talk about plants that you can keep that can make your balcony look like a beautiful indoor jungle. If you've known me for some time, I love to fill my space with plants, and I have a balcony full of plants that are mostly tropical because I live in a tropical climate, and plants like that do well in this climate. So today I will recommend a few plants that you can keep if you want your balcony to look like a beautiful tropical forest. Before we get into this video, I would quickly like to remind you to follow me on Instagram, and also if you haven't subscribed to this channel and you do like green content, do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notification of videos that we upload in the future. We also have a store where we sell some planty merchandise. Do go and check out that store as well. All links will be in the description down below. The first kind of plants that I would recommend for a forest look would be ferns. Now, I've had the pleasure of going to a few forests in some of our long drives and trips down south. We have passed through a few forests and we've gone into wooded areas and places where there are lots of trees and plants. Such places always have had ferns. You will see ferns growing on the ground. You will see some ferns even finding spots on trees. So ferns, I would say, are a first choice if you would want your place to look like a beautiful tropical forest. So the first thing to keep in mind when you keep ferns is that they need a tropical humid climate. They need good frequent watering and bright light as well. Indirect, of course. So keep these in mind. If you can provide this for your ferns, then they will surely be happy. They will be happy, especially in the rainy season. When it's raining, they are the happiest and they're growing. If you notice, I have a few ferns in my balcony. This kangaroo paw fern, and most of the ferns that you find here are all growing really beautifully. I have one bird's nest fern also on the top, which is just throwing out leaves, and as much as space that it's getting, it's just spreading out. And it's become really big for its pot. I need to repot it. I've been saying it for a long time, but I've not got the time to do it. But coming back to the topic of keeping ferns, you can keep ferns like the bird's nest fern. You can keep smaller ferns that fit into smaller pots. But ferns will give you that tropical look, and they are really beautiful, and the variety that you can buy is also amazing. So, and nowadays ferns are very readily available in our local nurseries as well. They're very easy to get. So ferns would be my first recommendation. If you have seen my videos before, you will certainly know that I mostly grow foliage plants. Many of you have asked me why I don't grow flowering plants. And the reason is that I have a northeast facing balcony and I don't get direct sunlight, which is essential for plants to bloom. I would love to grow rose plants, but my environment just doesn't support it. I love rose plants for their fragrance and the petals, which are edible and have a very aromatic floral and a slightly sweet flavor. We Indians commonly use rose petals in gulkand. I personally love to have rose tea, and I love rose water. When Vilvah sent me their rose water facial toner, I was excited because I was eagerly searching for one from a reliable brand since some time now. This is the Vilvah Rose Water Facial Toner. This is an edible grade organic rose water made from fresh rose petals sourced from roses that grow on the mountain sides in Uttarakhand. It is 100% free of chemicals and preservatives and is steam distilled. Did you know it takes 5 kilograms of pure rose petals to distill down to 1 liter of rose water? This nutrient-rich rose water acts as an excellent natural toner which cools and calms your body. It maintains the skin's natural pH balance and helps in toning and tightening the skin. It has anti-inflammatory properties and helps reduce redness of irritated skin. The Vilvah Rose Water Facial Toner is the perfect body of facial mist and is safe for kids too. Vilvah is a brand that is proudly Indian, and its story can be described as a perfect harmony between Mother Nature's bountiful ingredients and future forward clean technology. Their products contain no sulfates, no silicons, no parabens, no artificial fragrances, no glycols, and no GMOs. It hasn't been tested on animals as well. You should try out their products for yourselves and see the difference and be part of an initiative that makes a difference. You can use my code GEEK20 to get a 20% discount from Vilvah's official website. Only the first 500 people to use this coupon will get this discount. Go use the link in the description to get yours right away. The next one is big leaved plants. Now, plants that have big leaves. If I think of drawing a picture of a forest, I will have plants that have big leaves, that have something that really stands out, leaves that will really stand out. Every forest has that. So I would recommend plants like my Anthurium magnificum, and you can see this philodendron here. This is the Erubescens green emerald. It's got really, really huge leaves. Lot of philodendrons have huge leaves. I have my Faustro Miranda here. And even the big, huge monsteras, all of them will look really nice in a tropical look. So with keeping the ferns, you also keep a few plants that have big leaves, and it will add to the beauty. The next recommendation would be plants that have leaves that have fenestrations, or in simple words, plants that have leaves which have holes in them. Now, not holes because of pests, but naturally beautiful leaves that have fenestrations and beautiful holes. The first thing that would come to anyone's mind is the monstera. The monstera has these huge round plate-like leaves with beautiful fenestrations. So among some of the other monsteras, there are many that have leaves with fenestrations in them or holes in them. The Adansonii or the Esqueleto, all of them have beautiful holy leaves. Among the Rhaphidophora plants also, we have the Tetrasperma, we have the Pertusa, we have the Decursiva. We also have in the Epipremnum family, the Epipremnum pinnatum also has beautiful fenestrated leaves. So there is quite a lot of choice to choose from. So you just pick up some plants that have fenestrations and they add to your jungle look. Now, what is a jungle without vining plants? Vining plants are a must to complete the jungle look. So, if you go to your local nursery, you will find so many vining plants with beautiful leaves, starting with the Epipremnum family, the money plants, I would say. There are so many varieties in the money plant family. There is a marble queen, there is the golden pothos, there is enjoy, and so many others. So, you can take your pick and decorate your balcony with beautiful vining plants. You also have many vining plants in the philodendron family, especially like the Hedraceum varieties, the Micans, then the Hedraceum Brazil, and so many different Hedraceum neon. There is a lot to choose from. So you just have to go to your nursery and take your pick from the vining plants. Pick out any vining plant that will look good in hanging baskets, or you can send it up a moss stick and make it grow into really huge leaves. So any kind of look is okay with vining plants. So always pick vining plants to complete your jungle setup. Now, the next group of plants that I would recommend are epiphytes. So epiphytes are plants that grow on barks of trees or on tree trunks. In the forest, you look up a tree and you will see a lot of epiphytes growing on the tree trunks. It makes it look full and it makes it look really beautiful. Now, epiphytes derive their nutrients from the rainwater, from bird droppings and things like that. They do not need any soil substrate, so they're easy to grow. They need their roots to be free. Now, when I think of epiphytes, the first plants that come to my mind are orchids. Orchids are the best kind of epiphytes you can keep because they will flower. They look beautiful with their flowers and without as well. The plants have beautiful, thick leaves that make it look really beautiful. Now that I've spoken about these orchids, I would like to quickly thank Miss Sugandhi Venkatesh for sending me such beautiful orchids and aglaonemas. I was really touched and moved by your gesture. Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. You can also keep plants like the silver urn plant, or plants like the that belong to the Epiphyllum genus, or also plants like the Epiphyllum anguliger, which is a fishbone cactus. It's recently classified as Disocactus. So plants like that will also look good in hanging pots, and they will add to that jungle look that you are trying to create. Now, when you're trying to make a jungle look, you will have plants at different levels, some in hanging pots, some on the ground level, some really tall, some vining going upwards, some vining hanging down from hanging pots. So all that will complete your look. But you can also add plants in between in vacant empty spots, especially on the floor you will have such spots. Plants like calatheas, which will look really good. They have interesting big broad leaves, and they have really beautiful leaves which will add to that mysterious dense forest look. You can also add plants like aglaonemas if you are not comfortable keeping calatheas. So that's up to you. You can mix and match a little bit. And there are no set rules when you're trying to create your balcony jungle. Use plants that will work for you in your conditions, where you live in your city, and which will thrive under your care, obviously. So all the best, and make beautiful balcony jungles that will put this concrete jungle to shame. Let plants grow everywhere, and I hope you try using my recommendations as well. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, do give us a thumbs up. It really encourages us, boosts our confidence, and helps us make better videos for you. I hope to see you soon in another video. Till then, stay green.